Dinosaur disaster. Roughly 65 million years ago, dinosaurs, along with 65 to 70% of other plant and animal species on Earth, became extinct. So here my main sentence is dinosaurs became extinct, and this part, along with 65 to 70% of other species, this is non-essential. So I should place a comma before, along, and after Earth. So a comma before along is here and here. So options D and option E are out. And option C is out because I can't have a comma after with. The comma will only be after Earth. So the right answer is B. This massive wave of extinctions, which marked the end of the Cretaceous geologic period, has long fascinated scientists, their proposal of numerous explanations for it. So their proposals of numerous explanations for it does not make grammatical sense, so it's not A. If I say proposing numerous explanations for it, I can't have a semicolon because the part after the semicolon is not a sentence. And they have proposed numerous explanations for it. That is correct because this is the first sentence and this would be the second sentence till for it. And I'm putting a comma and conjunction with that. So this is the right answer. And if I say they have proposed, then I'm joining two sentences with a comma. So that's a comma splice error. The most well-known of these is the Alvarez hypothesis, which holds that a gigantic asteroid struck the planet, causing climate change and ecosystem collapse. The Alvarez hypothesis first emerged in 1980. In that year, scientists Lewis and Walter Alvarez noted the high level of iridium, an element that is rare on Earth but abundant in asteroids, in layers of rock from the Cretaceous period. Which choice best combines the sentences? So the hypothesis first emerged in 1980 when scientists, right? I can simply say when scientists Lewis and Walter Alvarez noted the high levels of iridium. So this is correct. Now, if I say in the year 1980, the year when, then I'm being repetitive, so it's not A. When I say in which year, scientists, so again, I'm repeating year, so it's not B. And if I say it was then that, then this part is an independent sentence, so it can't come after a comma, so C. They proposed that iridium could be evidence of a massive asteroid strike. This hypothesis gained additional support in the 1990s after researchers determined that a 110-mile wide crater near the town of Chicxulub, Mexico, was likely caused by an asteroid strike at the end of the Cretaceous period. The asteroid's impact would have ejected a tremendous amount of iridium-containing dust into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and resulting in global cooling and a darkness that would have halted photosynthesis. Okay, so I'm saying blocking sunlight and resulting in global cooling. So that is correct. It makes sense. So I like A. With results being global cooling and a darkness, for that I need to have a comma after sunlight. So that doesn't make sense here. And resulting will not take the preposition to. And with results in will also have a comma before with. And this in is also incorrect. So A. These sudden environmental shifts would have rapidly driven many species to extinction, a conclusion supported by sharp declines in the levels of plankton and pollen in the fossil record after the asteroid strike. The writer is considering deleting the underlined portion. Should the underlined portion be kept or deleted? So we are saying that the sudden environmental shifts caused by the asteroid strike would have rapidly driven many species to extinction. And then I'm giving examples of species and material that saw rapid declines. So we should keep it because it raises an objection to the Alvarez hypothesis that is discussed in more detail in the rest of the passage. So no, this is not an exception. Kept because it provides evidence of the sudden environmental shifts mentioned earlier in the sentence. So this is evidence for what has been said before. The Alvarez hypothesis, however, is challenged by research that suggests gradual environmental changes caused by volcanic eruptions occurring before the asteroid collision had already stressed dinosaur populations. Okay, so which choice best maintains the tone established in the passage? So the hypothesis is challenged by research. That makes sense. That's a good word to use for a hypothesis. Badger is to pester someone. For example, he kept badgering me to buy his second-hand car, so that doesn't fit the context. To defy is to go against someone. For example, the son defied his father's orders, so it's not C. And to besiege is to kind of surround someone, right? For example, the army was besieged by the enemy. So the best answer in the context is A. So the Alvarez hypothesis is challenged by research that says that gradual environmental changes had already stressed dinosaur populations. Finally, a range of volcanoes in Western India called the Deccan Traps is thought to have been the site of several huge eruptions near the end of the Cretaceous period. So here I'm talking about the evidence for the volcanic eruption hypothesis. So finally doesn't make sense because it's not the last step in a series of steps. So it's not A. Furthermore is when you add additional information, but I'm providing evidence here for something that's already been said. So I don't like furthermore. In fact is a good connector because when I say in fact, we have evidence for volcanoes in India that support it, then that is good way to introduce the evidence. So I like C. And however is a contrasting connector, so that doesn't fit. In fact, a range of volcanoes in Western India called the Deccan Traps is thought to have been the site of several huge eruptions. To have been the site of is good, so no problem here. This SIGHT is incorrect. This is related to eyesight, so it's not B. And this is CIT, it comes from citation, so this is not correct. And we need TO, not TOO, so A. According to Princeton University geologist Gerta Keller, climate-altering gas and dust clouds from these volcanic eruptions could have caused most of the extinctions in this period, leaving the few surviving dinosaur species to be eliminated by the asteroid impact. So here I'm saying that because of these changes caused by the volcanic eruptions, most of the extinctions would have happened already, leaving the few surviving dinosaur species to be finally eliminated by the asteroid. So the way it's written is good. So leaving the few surviving species. And leaving is not correct because I'm kind of saying that this caused this. So I cannot use a conjunction here. To leave is not correct also because this part is the result of what has happened before. And but leaving is incorrect. The conjunction but is wrong. So A. In a 2010 article, dozens of scientists reaffirmed the Chicxulub asteroid as the most likely cause of the Cretaceous extinctions. But the available evidence on dinosaur extinctions suggests that environmental changes from these eruptions could have made dinosaurs more vulnerable to the devastation caused by the asteroid strike. Which choice most logically introduces the information in the rest of the sentence? So we are saying here the available evidence does indicate that environmental changes from the volcanic eruptions could have made dinosaurs more vulnerable. So the way it's written that in a 2010 article, dozens of scientists reaffirmed the Chicxulub asteroid. I don't think that's a good way to start this because here I'm focusing on the volcanic eruption hypothesis, and I'm kind of saying that evidence suggests that it could have led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. So I don't like A. Most researchers dispute Keller's hypothesis that the Deccan eruptions directly caused the majority of the Cretaceous extinctions. So this is a good introduction because here I'm saying that most researchers dispute Keller's hypothesis, but the evidence suggests that environmental changes did make the dinosaurs more vulnerable. So B is a good introduction. Keller made a controversial claim that the Chicxulub asteroid struck too early in the Cretaceous period to be a major cause of extinctions. So this is again related to the asteroid, so this is not a good way to start this. Layers of lava from the Deccan eruptions contain numerous fossils that have been of interest to scientists. So this doesn't talk about the extinction of dinosaurs in any way. So B is the best answer. The impact of the Chicxulub asteroid continues to be viewed as the event that ended the age of the dinosaurs, but the actual number of species that became extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period has been a subject of debate. The writer wants to reinforce the assertion in the previous sentence in a way that reflects the main ideas of the passage, which choice best accomplishes this goal. So here I'm saying that the Chicxulub asteroid continues to be viewed as the event that brought about the end of dinosaurs. But then I also want to say that, there is sort of debate about this because the volcanic eruption theory has also come up. So this is not good the way it's written because that talks about other species and their extinction. Not all dinosaurs became extinct at that time, though. All modern species of birds are thought to be descended from the dinosaurs that survived. Right, so this is talking about something else altogether, not talking about the dinosaur extinction and what caused it. But whether it did so by itself or was, as geologist Paul Rene puts it, the final straw but not the sole cause, will likely inspire research and debate for years to come. So this is the best answer because this does kind of give credence to the volcanic eruption hypothesis, which stated that there was other causes before the asteroid impact that could have led to the vulnerability of dinosaurs. The emphasis on dinosaurs can be misleading, however, because so many other plant and animal species became extinct at the same time. So again, this goes away from the dinosaur extinction. So this is not a good answer. Okay, let's grade this. BCCAB, BCCAB, and ACAABC. ACAABC. Okay, great. So we got all correct.